Behind the walls of older homes lie 10 brilliant inventions that vanished, not because they failed, but because the world simply moved on. If you opened a pre-1970 bathroom wall, you'd find hundreds of razor blades stacked behind the plaster, hidden there for decades like evidence from a forgotten era. Our first case is the laundry chute, a gravity-powered solution to a genuinely dangerous problem, hauling heavy laundry down multiple flights of stairs. Dirty clothes dropped from the upper floor, fell through the chute and landed in the basement. No carrying required. Ironically, what started as a safety feature became a fire hazard, acting like a chimney that could pull flames from basement to bedrooms in seconds. When homes moved laundry rooms to the main floor and fire codes tightened, the chute became illegal in many states, despite working perfectly. Next is the dumbwaiter, a silent servant that carried food and dishes between floors without a word. At Monticello, Thomas Jefferson used weights and pulleys to lift wine from the cellar to the dining room, keeping enslaved workers out of sight. By the early 1900s, dumbwaiters were standard in wealthy homes. But children kept climbing inside them, turning convenience into tragedy. Today, electric versions survive in restaurants, hospitals and hotels, but they've disappeared from homes entirely. The Pittsburgh potty is perhaps the strangest case. A lone toilet on bare basement concrete. No walls, no sink, no privacy whatsoever. Legend says steelworkers used them to clean up before heading upstairs, but that charming story misses the real, more practical purpose. When crude sewers backed up, sewage rose through the lowest fixture first. Better a basement toilet than a second-floor bathtub. The Pittsburgh potty was an emergency valve, designed to be sacrificed so families could mop concrete instead of facing disaster upstairs. Before natural gas took over around 1940, homes burned coal, and the coal chute revolutionised how it was delivered. The delivery man shoveled coal through a hinged iron door, and it slid down the chute straight into a bin beside the furnace. When gas heating arrived, the chutes were sealed and painted over, leaving small iron monuments to an abandoned fuel. Long before intercoms, the speaking tube was a simple metal pipe running through walls, carrying voices from room to room. Some tubes connected the parlour to the kitchen. Others linked the front door to upstairs bedrooms for announcing visitors. The telephone killed the speaking tube, turning it into a hollow relic sealed behind wallpaper, still echoing conversations from a century ago. In Victorian dining rooms, a hidden button beneath the table let hosts discreetly summon servants with a single foot press. A row of labelled bells in the servants' quarters, each connected to a different room, told the staff exactly where they were needed. By the 1920s and 1930s, the servantless home era arrived, and the bells fell silent, hidden beneath rugs as reminders of who once answered them. Early telephones were enormous, so builders carved niches directly into hallway walls to hold them and give callers a place to stand. As phones shrank, went cordless, and eventually slipped into our pockets, the niches lost their reason to exist. Most niches were repurposed for plants or mail, with some so mysterious their purpose was only discovered by tracing old wiring. Before refrigerators, the milk door was a small insulated cabinet built into exterior walls, enabling daily dairy delivery. The milkman opened the outer door to leave fresh bottles and collect empties, while families retrieved them from inside without opening the front door. The milk door was essentially a low-tech smart locker that worked flawlessly, solving the same secure delivery problem companies spend millions on today. Refrigeration made daily deliveries unnecessary, and the milk doors were sealed, their elegant solution forgotten. When tuberculosis was America's leading killer in the early 1900s, the sleeping porch became an essential feature of middle-class homes. Doctors prescribed fresh air as treatment, making sleeping porches a medical necessity where children slept and patients recovered outdoors. Air conditioning eliminated the need to sleep in open air, and porches were enclosed and converted to bedrooms, ending an era of doctor-prescribed outdoor rest. Now we return to the opening mystery, the razor blade slot in medicine cabinets that sent used blades into the walls. Gillette's safety razors required regular blade changes, and the dangerously sharp used blades were slid through a narrow slot in the cabinet's back. The blades fell into the wall cavity between studs, with the assumption it would take centuries to fill, and nobody would ever open that wall. Decades later, contractors tearing into old bathrooms found hundreds or thousands of rusted blades cascading out, one even reporting them raining from a ceiling. These 10 inventions didn't fail. They vanished because fire codes changed, plumbing improved, servants left, tuberculosis was conquered, and technology shrank. We believe every new house is smarter than the last, but the truth behind sealed doors reveals homes that have forgotten what they once knew. The evidence is still in the walls.